Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy, my channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities. We'll work our way through the dollar yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it together. If you need help with anything, check out findingvalue.com. That's where I dive deeper into all these topic subjects, looking for investment opportunities, sharing those opportunities with everybody in the community. You can join right now using special as a coupon code to get discounts on both the monthly and yearly memberships. All right, let's dive in, see what's going on today. DXY, again, we're in the corner here, and I can draw this a little bit different here, kind of on the tops and bottoms. So we're still squeezing in this falling wedge, which is generally a bullish formation that breaks higher. That is still in play, and we're waiting to see the resolution of an upside or downside breakout. But generally, falling wedges break upward, and that's where the buyers equal the sellers, squeezes into a corner, and then it breaks out, and that's already broken out of this bigger falling wedge. So, to me, this has a good chance of potentially breaking higher for the DXY. Yields, which are generally a key driver of that, are still squeezing up in their pattern. We've got this big pattern that's squeezing into a corner. We had a pretty strong surge off the bottom here, April 7th, that came on up. And then could potentially be doing another bottom here. I don't see a lot of selling pressure follow through. You can see the two small red candlesticks here. Usually, if you're going to punch through, you start to see big selling pressure and then weak little green candlesticks coming up and then another big selling pressure. But that's not what we see. We see more of a bottoming type action with a potential flag pattern that could break higher. So I'm in the camp that this could still work its way on up, or at least stay in the pattern for a while longer. And DXY still looks okay with it. The 10-year, a little bit of selling pressure today. We're back to support. We'll see if support holds. Support is sitting on top of this pattern here. That's the structure. We broke out of the structure upward, and we're doing a retest to the support line at this exact moment. The 30-year also being sold off. We've had some resistance where that top trend line is, but our lows continue to come up wherever that one ends up being. So we're still in a bullish formation. We haven't really broke anything of key concern, but we have had a pretty big pullback. Now, is this pullback trying to be? Is someone trying to ignite this to the downside by overstating, revised job numbers? Maybe, I don't know. But we've had some selling, or I should say some buying pressure in bonds, which is a ton of buying pressure. It does make me doubt who's doing it, because I think maybe government or Treasury or Federal Reserve or somebody could be doing that. But it doesn't matter. We haven't broken out yet, and it hasn't broken any key critical support levels going across. There's probably one going through here that we start at in that general section. We're right on top of that key support. TLT bond prices are going up as yields go down. And again, this to me looks like a descending wedge, but we are getting some, quote, buying pressure here. That's why we're seeing yields drop over this past month. And there's the move higher over the past 2 weeks. So that is going up with a little bit of short-term momentum being generated in the very short term. The 2 and the 10 keeps us on our toes here because we are inverting the curve as all of this goes down. We are seeing the long end of the curve fall more than the short end, having this ratio go up as the long end goes down. And that's exactly what Besant has talked about historically, as he is focusing on bringing the 10-year yield down specifically. And that's exactly what we're seeing at this exact moment, which makes me think he's in there buying. TYX TNX ratio holding steady. Not much going on there the past few trading sessions. We are in an uptrend where that ratio is going up, and that's generally been good for gold. Gold is down $7. Just looks like it's maybe a small consolidation, but the trend is up. We've got silver up 1.23. It looks like it's trying to break out here of a little consolidation that we had developed, which is a bullish consolidation. Whenever you enter a pattern from the bottom side up, generally those break upward. We've got platinum down slightly, just holding above support. And remember, that's had a massive breakout, and it's consolidating the gains of that breakout. So is this normal? Yeah, it's perfectly normal, guys. Just sit and wait. Palladium up 1.6. This looks good. Good to continue higher. This is a falling wedge into a double bottom, and we're starting to see buying pressure come this past week here. So it looks good to try to work its way on up. XAU to gold ratio, the gold and silver mining companies are continuing to outperform gold. That ratio is coming back up, and the miners are seeing money flows into those equities, the gold and silver mining equities. So GDX is up 1.82%. I mean, that is very, very strong. Now, does gold need to go up in order for this to go up? No, it doesn't. It could trade sideways, and the mining companies will still make more money as they sell at higher and higher prices. Because if it goes sideways, they continue to sell at a very high price. GDXJ ripping higher, up 2.16, looking fantastic. Big long-term view. Look at that move. And then SILJ getting the rippy here. Up 3% today. And I think we have a long way to go in SILJ. It looks really good. Crude oil's down 2.23% today. It is a bearish engulfing candlestick, so we could see this head lower in the short term. Maybe back here to upper 50s or something like that is a possibility if there's follow through here. So we'll see if there's follow through. TTF gas down a little bit today, bouncing around. We've got a couple of bottoming patterns here. So that does look good to try to work its way on up. We've got natural gas in America down 3.7. We have a breakout here, and this is doing the return move, wherever that ends up going. Boy, XOP, yeah, you know me, holding steady today. We're down 0.34 in the face of crude oil going lower. This here is a bullish formation. It's a flag pattern that's broken to the upside, and this is your return move. So that looks good to try to work its way on up. We'll see if oil itself agrees with it. Because if oil starts to firm up, then yeah, this could easily be a break higher. It looks good from a technical perspective. OIH up a little bit, coming up into resistance. We'll see what that resistance has in store for us. If we get rejected, we'll start to see bearish candles. Or if we punch on through, we know that we are bullish. Newcastle coal futures down 1.73, doing a full retest almost. And we're in that sticky support area. And that still looks good longer term. Base, breakout, and we're doing the retest here. And sometimes it takes its time. I can't force it. Neither can you. Sprott Physical Uranium Trust down a little bit, down 1%. But again, we're sitting on top of the pattern. So a little bit of selling pressure going on here. We could see it pull on back or consolidate in the short term, but we're sitting in a bullish formation to break higher. Uranium futures pricing, a little bit of selling pressure. Nothing to worry about. Just be patient. Guys, investing is like 99.999% patience, and the rest is like putting in a buy order that takes no time. URA, the equity is up 1%, looking good. We were down on URNM slightly, and URNJ slightly for URNJ, down 1.7%. Still above a lot of support. Still looks good. No reversal candlesticks. Nothing to worry about. Nickel's up a teeny bit, 0.16%, but it's basically been chopping sideways. That's all we've seen. Chop, chop, choppity chop. Copper's up 1.38. I think this looks good. We've been just drifting higher here ever so slightly, and now we're making a newer high here. I think it looks really good. We're in an uptrend. We're in an uptrend, so copper looks good, and we had a decent day today. COPX ripping higher, up 2.45%, and that's broken out. Clear as day. Now, that does not look deflationary to me or recessionary. This looks inflationary. We've got lithium up 3% today, looking decent. Nice little pop there. And we're still sitting above support. So, again, I'm bullish until we start busting through a lot of stuff. Our EMX also up 2.67, and we're above support here, so remain bullish. Iron ore down slightly, and again, I'm staying bullish here. We have some resistance. It's kind of muddy through this area all through here. We've had a lot of trading go through there, so it might get a little bit sticky through here. So patience. Aluminum up to 2,666. That's above our 2,650 level. Now we need to get out of here. Let's get up to 2,800 and break through this and close up there. Get a nice strong monthly closing, but this could be the beginning stages of a breakout in aluminum if we can stay up and above here and start closing like a week, first a weekly close, then get a monthly close and a quarterly close and so forth. Baltic Dry Index continuing higher, up 1.6. That looks pretty strong here. I like the big green candlesticks and the small little pullbacks here. Looks absolutely textbook in a move higher, stair-stepping higher move. Emerging markets up 1.42. It's starting to get the acceleration up. Like I said, this thing is gonna move here, guys. It's gonna be a big boy move. With the lowering of interest rates and a potential weaker dollar, if that does go through, it's going to send emerging markets way up. Just like back here, and it started in 2002. It was a 20 bagger in some of the emerging market areas. In ETFs, too. Move up 1.18% today. We're at resistance still, but again, this is going to be a move higher. It looks good. This is all very bullish. Look at all the green candlesticks and all the little reds that started right through here. Looks very good to continue up. I like it a lot. KRE up a 0.44. Not much selling pressure here, so I still think the uptrend is good. This will, I think, prove to be some sort of continuation pattern. That's what it's forming out to be. Home builders looking pretty solid. Up 2.62%. That's still in the uptrend. Your bottom was here. These two guys, the double bottom. Russell killing it, 1.83% today, ripping higher, looking good. And I don't know what this is, guys. We have all these rising wedges. It just keeps breaking higher. Interesting. And then the SPX is up 0.85 and a rising wedge, of course. Ripping higher there. We've got the NASDAQ up 0.72. And, well, it's kind of a rising wedge up against resistance, but doesn't seem to matter for the other sectors, so maybe it doesn't matter here either. we'll watch it together. DJT, Dow Jones Transportation Average Index, ripping higher. So I'm going to take this Usually, when you have a rising wedge like this and you come up and do a retest, usually that's a bearish move. Usually. But it's moving up higher. We'll see what happens. XLI up 1%. It's holding on quite well. We've got Bitcoin up 0.7. That looks good to go higher though. We're on top of support. Ethereum's up 1.6. And again, we're on top of support here, guys. You've got support coming through. It's not that line, it's everything underneath it. So everything underneath this line is all support. So yeah, that looks good to go higher. MicroStrategy down a little bit. Not a ton of selling pressure anywhere through here. So I do think this could turn and go higher, is what it's looking like. The VIX down 4%. And that's good to go higher. The VIX usually goes down. And then the currencies. Currencies look like we're going to try to break here. Canadian USD, again, last bull market. This looks good to go higher for a commodity bull market. The African Rand is breaking out to the upside. The Brazilian Real continues to work its way on up. That looks good. That's a double bottom to break higher against the dollar. The Australian dollar is breaking out to the upside, looking very nice for a commodity bull market. If the Canadian dollar, Brazilian Real, South African Rand, Australian dollar, and then British pound is breaking higher too. Dollar weakness is what I see in the future with a lot of these currencies outperforming the dollar here. And that generally occurs under commodity bull markets. So that's all I've got for today, guys. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like. Specials at coupon code. And I will catch you guys this weekend at the Q&A session. We still have Friday, so you can catch me tomorrow too. But we have a Saturday Q&A session at 7 a.m. Mountain Time. All right, guys. See ya.